Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Public Works Committee of the City of Rapid City for March 22nd, or March 26th, Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. First order is roll call and determination of a quorum. Scott? Here?
Here.
Thank you. Next up is adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Modrick, second by Nordstrom. All in favor?
Aye.
The agenda is adopted. Next is a time for general public comment, a time for members of the public to discuss or express concerns to the committee on any issue, not limited to items on the agenda. Action will not be taken at the meeting on any issue not on the agenda except by placement on the agenda by unanimous vote of the council members present. And I have no speaker forms, and so general public comment is now closed. We move on now to consent items, items 1 through 17. Public comment is now open on items 1 through 17. I have no forms for request to speak on those items, so public comment is now closed. Now we turn to the committee and ask them if they'd like to take anything off the consent items. Not seeing any lights. I ask for a motion to approve the consent items.
So moved.
Moved by Nordstrom, second by Roberts. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That takes us through 17. And on to non-consent items. Item 18 through 21. Public comment is now open on those items. Once again, I have no forms asking for a comment. Anyone here for those? No. Public comment is now closed on items 18 through 21. Public comment is closed. Now we have special items from the public, 18, 19, and 20, and we have had a request to continue those to April 30th, but I'll need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Nordstrom, second by Modrick. All in favor?
Aye.
And those items are moved to April 30th. Now we have an item from the Public Works Department, the Solid Waste Division. Introduction and first reading of ordinance number 6320, an ordinance to amend section 8.08.090 of the Rapid City Municipal Code to prohibit unlawful deposits of refuse at city-designated drop-off sites. And we're going to have lights from someone. Rich Nordstrom.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, if I may make the motion to approve.
Motion approved by Nordstrom.
Second.
Second by Modrick. Go ahead.
And retain the floor?
Yep.
Thank you. If the folks remember, there was a major news article that was on this issue, especially up on the north side of Rapid City off of Silver Street area. It was really a mess up there, and the crews had to go up there and clean that up, and they made several comments about what they were encountering up there. So that's another reason why I'm supporting this, is so that our staff doesn't have to spend the extra resources on having to go up there and clean up after people are abusing the system. So I want to, first of all, thank the crews for going up there and doing that, and hopefully we can come up with a resolution to abate that issue so we're no longer seeing that. Thank you. I'll yield.
Well, I'm going to jump in here. This is something I've been working on, and I was contacted a lot by the people on the north side, that's in my ward, and other public dumping sites that they thought were being abused by people that were dumping. It's called extreme littering, actually, and it's sofas, chairs, dishwashers, what have you. And so this is in an effort to make this less accessible, put a fine on that. I don't expect that our police will spend a lot of time on this. I don't expect that. But if they do see it, there will be a little bit more teeth in this ordinance if somebody is breaking the law like that. And so the fine will be a little bit more, and also there will be better signage so people understand that. In conjunction with this particular ordinance, I'm working on a policy with the Solid Waste Division to create a policy for renters to be able to use the landfill. Because they sometimes with the, like say Good Sam's, you know, they're paying a water bill, but it's an association, so they don't have a water bill, so they can't go out there. So it's not really fair to them, even though they're paying, they can't use the landfill. So I'm hoping that with these two efforts together, that maybe people that use the landfill and they use that idea that they can't go to the landfill because they're renters and it'll cost them more money, that maybe this will build a pathway and an easier way for people to use the landfill and not do this extreme littering or dumping at our public sites. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish. And Chair recognizes John Roberts.
Thank you very much, and I support this too. I think this is something that probably should have been done a while ago. I think it's going to be difficult to enforce. But I think that we should do some kind of public service announcement and make sure that people know that they can get fined for this now. I know that property up north has been extremely problematic with the sofas and the dishwashers and the stuff that goes over the embankment there. And I know that I currently have that property under contract to build low-income housing on, and that's one of the concerns that we had. But once we get some apartments in there, we'll also have people that can keep eyes on it. So that's a good thing too. So anyway, I think this is a great move forward in this. I've had many, many complaints over the years too on this. And you know, it becomes problematic, it seems like, at certain times of year. It's worse than others. But I think we need to get it out to the public that there is a fine on this, and I think that's going to help tremendously. So, thank you.
Well, I think we can look to our media here. They are very good about those kinds of things and letting the public know about it. Not only our city media, but our press and our TV friends that come here as well. So I think we'll have some eyes on this. So also the property that you're talking about with the dumpster that was, they were, you know, throwing things behind it, our solid waste division built a fence there, so that can no longer happen, you know. So they're making some real positive and proactive steps as well. So I'm really proud of the way we're coming together on this, kind of thinking through what is causing the problem and what might help solve it. Okay. I see no further lights, so I do have a motion on the floor to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. A motion to adjourn by Nordstrom. Second by Roberts. All in favor?
Aye.
We stand adjourned.